everybody and welcome back to A Farmer Was Replaced. We solved the mazes last time, and quite well, might I add, if I may say so myself. And then we got on to working on the cacti. And we had some success. We got it working, but it was not quite fast enough. We ended up having to use bubble sort, and I still don't think there's really a way around that, unfortunately. But I think we can do a little bit better. Trying to move this window here. There we go. So we can do. I think we actually did shaker sort. Did we? Let's rename this file. I think we did shaker sort back and forth. Yeah, at least we tried to. So yeah, as you probably know, bubble sort is not great. Shaker sort is still n squared in time compared to like other sorts that can be much faster, but it is a better version of bubble sort. It has a lower time constant, even though it has the same asymptotic behavior. And I feel like we got stuck on figuring out the iteration pattern. And I think that's where I want to start today. I would like to go through our utils file and do some what you want to call it, dish refactoring. Yeah, I know words. Shut up. Okay. So, I've been thinking about this a little bit. So, we basically... Oh, where did that go? What just happened here? We want our... Let's just put that to the side right now. I want to solve the movement first separately, and then we just put the sort thing in the middle of it. So basically, I want to bounce between... I want a function that will bounce between two endpoints repeatedly. And that'll be our inner loop. And then on the outer loop, we'll use the same thing, but we'll bounce on a different axis. And only when the inner loop changes direction. So, I'm thinking we do something like this. What do I want to call it? Ping pong? That's a good name, but it doesn't really... let's call it foo for now. It's going to take a direction for now. Actually, it's going to take a x0, x1 maybe? Start min, max, start end. Sounds good. Yeah, so that's the range we will bounce between. And we will make... For now, we'll assume that start is less than end. And if... we need a method to get current. really need to decide on a naming scheme for... Let's just have get current. So. We'll get the current position. And if direction is east, then we will actually hold on. I think we can do something potentially smart here. So if X is at the start, then what are the break conditions that we want to have here? Okay, I'll just write some code and then I'll kind of talk through what I want to do. So we'll move in the direction. And if X is start or X is end, then we return the opposite direction. So this is the next direction that we'll move in. Otherwise, we keep moving in the current direction. Is that really? Okay, so let's do a little bit of a test. Let's clear the farm. We'll go somewhere where we can see a bit clearer what's going on. And we will have the current direction equals east. And then forever. Dir equals who? Dir do something like this. I didn't want you to start that. Okay. Opposite dir. Really? I called that direction for some reason. So that's between 3 and 4, 5. We're moving a little bit too fast for me to be able to tell. So we're clearly at X2. Let's change these to be less than or equal to. So this little change will mean that even if we start outside of the range, we will recover eventually. You're very fast, drone. Just do that. Why are you doing that weird dance? Oh, because you started on the thing. Huh? I see. Why didn't you do that last time? You did, I just didn't look properly. Okay. So. I think we want a little bit more robustness here, so we'll make a new function that will check if a direction is headed in the positive direction, i.e. if it's east or north. And if it's a positive direction, then if we're less than do we go up to and including? No. We follow the normal programming convention. And if we are on the end, past the end. Oh yeah, hold on. We have to go -1 there because this is the position before the move. But if we don't do this, otherwise we're going to end up past the end, which is not what we want. Okay, since we have move on 2 locations here, that means we can just skip the top condition and just do this. We have swapped the direction. Actually, I think we can just have the move at the end and then return direction. And that means that we can combine these conditions. And then we need to check the opposite condition. So now we're headed, this needs to be +1 for the same reason that we have -1 above. Actually, we're doing the same code here, right? So we can have an OR here. Is it really this simple? This is either being very clever or absolutely wrong. Yep. Well, one of those is working correctly. I forgot the knot. Okay, is that better? Absolute bedlam. So this is x4. We want to end up on this tile. And we don't want to go past x6. Well, we're not going past x6, but we're not getting to x4. Okay, maybe we don't need that then. Now we are on x3. And then we bounce back. This is on 6. And then we bounce back. Okay. Then bounce? Question mark? What if I change this to be north and that to be y? Does this do the same thing? Well, it would if I actually changed the name, I reckon. So that's the bottom, y3. Four, five, six, turn. Okay. And I think we want to take a function that we call, do we call this before the move or after the move? If we were to start on 0, 0 and use this to iterate the grid, then we would need to call it before the move. Okay, so before the move it is. And actually just call it at the head of the function, so. I was thinking we could use... Oh yeah, we probably can. Are you ready for some Inception level bullshit here? This is how I want this to kind of work, right? But we do... How do we pass the direction into move and bounce on the inner one? Well, since we need to pass arguments, we need a decorator function anyway. So let's call this H bounce. And let's have all of this be in a function called something, I don't know, who? Okay. Do we want to do something here? Do a flip. You are... Yeah, Emily, you actually need to call the function too. It's doing a zigzag, which is cute. Ah, okay. Yeah, what's cute is me trying to do this cleverly. Let's just have this. Okay. So if we change direction, then we go a step in the Y direction. And we update the X direction in here, because we don't need to update it outside. Okay, that's better. It was better. And then it wasn't. It's actually a little bit hard to see with the bounce. So let's allow cell function to be null or none. I just want to see like what the move pattern is. Wait, is that correct? It's too fast. What arguments does this take? Okay. Let's just have a 1. Yeah, so it does a weird backflip. Oh, that's because... Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can't use this logic because the direction changes before the move. I guess we just do... -1. Get... Oh. That's not a function. Hey, would you look at that? Is that correct? Actually looks like it is. Holy moly. So what is this pattern? Is there a name for this? I feel like this is the optimal pattern that we want to use for our sorting thing. Maybe this is move wall to wall. Maybe that's a better name. Wall to wall. Okay, and this is going to take x min, x max, y min, y max. There we go. And x max goes in here with the -1. And then we need to pass on the cell function. And when do we terminate this? When we're back at the starting condition? Yeah. So we can't really use this as a condition on the loop because we would just exit immediately. Right, so if we go between, let's say,